Hey guys, welcome to Minnesota Twins franchise. This is episode number 56. It's opening day 2017, our second season of Twins franchise, trying to reconstruct the Minnesota Twins using small market values such as player development and not overpaying for free agents. Today's opponent, the Los Angeles Angels, as we look at their roster: Craig Gentry, Cole Calhoun, Mike Trout, CJ Cron, Ryan Raburn, Andrelton Simmons, Yunel Escobar, Johnny Giavotella, and Carlos Perez. The bench: Albert Pujols, Giovanni Soto, Ray Navarro, and Cliff Pennington. The starting rotation for the Halos: Garrett Richards, Andrew Haney, Tyler Skaggs, Matt Shoemaker, and Hector Santiago. And in the pen, the long reliever is Jared Weaver, Mike Marin, Al Albuquerque, and David Carpenter in middle relief, Joe Smith, Fernando Salas, the setup guys, and Houston Street, the closer for Los Angeles Angels. On the DL to start the season will be Alejandro De Aza, out with a broken leg. So we get things started with Game 1 of the 2017 season from beautiful Orange County, California. The Los Angeles Angels and the Minnesota Twins get set to open up play here from Angel Stadium in Anaheim. It's opening day. In my not-so-humble opinion, it should be a national holiday. It's one of the best days of the entire year. Spring training is over, and we're ready to get this 2017 season underway. The Los Angeles Angels take the field.
With that, a look at Paul Molitor's lineup for the visitors.
Paul Molitor's crew is ready to go. The starting lineup for the Twins: Byron Buxton, Danny Santana, Joe Mauer, Dozier, Nunez, Sano, Rosario, Valbuena at third, and Zunino behind the plate. The starting lineup for the Los Angeles Angels: Craig Gentry, Cole Calhoun, Mike Trout, CJ Cron batting cleanup, Ryan Raburn, Simmons, Escobar, Giavotella, and Carlos Perez batting in the 9-hole. Garrett Richards, your opening day starter for Los Angeles. The 28-year-old Phil Hughes goes for the Minnesota Twins. In the outfield: Raburn, Trout, Calhoun. The infield from first to third: Cron, Giavotella, Simmons, and Escobar. The Minnesota Twins defensive lineup: Santana, Buxton, Rosario in the outfield, Mauer, Dozier, Nunez, Valbuena in the infield, Zunino behind the plate, and Phil Hughes on the mound. First inning action now. Danny Santana at the plate. He drives one into left field. Ryan Raburn on the run, makes the diving catch. To his left, a nice play out in left field to open things up for the Angels. Garrett Richards appreciates it. And in the middle of one, no score from Anaheim. Phil Hughes getting set to go for the Twins. He is in trouble early in the first inning with the bases loaded. CJ Cron at the plate and nobody out. CJ Cron scorches one to the right side. 2 runs are going to come in to score, and the Angels jump out to a 2-0 lead early in the game. They would add on another run in the first inning to lead 3-0 at the end of inning number 1. Mike Trout at the plate for the Angels. Runners on first and second with nobody out. Trout grounds it to the left side. Valbuena cuts it off. Goes to second to Dozier, on to first for the double play. That would leave a runner at third with 2 outs, and CJ Cron would drive this double into right field off the base of the wall to give the Angels a 4-0 lead at the end of 3. The Angels have jumped out early on the Twins. Garrett Richards now facing Miguel Sano. Miguel Sano drives one deep into right field. That ball is going back at the track, and it will get on the board for the Twins. The first run of the season for Minnesota comes on a Miguel Sano solo blast. 4-1, Angels. Runners on second and third now for Byron Buxton with 1 out here in the 5th. Buxton lines it right back up the middle. 1 run is going to score. Zunino rounds third, but he's going to try to get back to the base, which he does safely. And Byron Buxton with another run scored for the Twins there. The Angels up 4-2. Bottom of the 5th inning now. It's 5-3 in favor of the Angels. A little looper into left field. 2 runs will score on Ryan Raburn's 2 RBI single, and at the end of 5, the Angels lead at 7-3. On to the 6th inning now. Miguel Sano on an 0-2 count with 1 out from Garrett Richards, and Sano tags this one It is going deep into left center field near the fountain, and it gets out. Second home run for Miguel Sano in the game. In the middle of sixth, the Angels lead 7-4. We head to the ninth inning now. It's 7-6. Angels with the lead. 2 outs, 2 on. Houston Street trying to close things out, facing Miguel Sano, who has hit 2 home runs today. And Houston Street gets Sano to swing over the sinker. The Angels win the game 7-6. They start off the season 1-0, a 14-hit ball game. Elsewhere in the major leagues, the Reds beat the Padres, the Royals over the Blue Jays, Rangers over the Red Sox, the Astros beat the Cardinals, the White Sox beat Baltimore, the Marlins over the Phillies, Mets over the Cubs 5-3, the Diamondbacks beat the Giants 9-4, the A's over the Mariners 4-0, the Angels beat the Twins here, the Yankees over the Rays 7-2, and the Rockies beat the Dodgers 2-0. And we head to the second game of the regular season, game number 2 here from Los Angeles. Andrew Haney on the mound for the Angels. And Kyle Gibson goes for the Minnesota Twins. Kyle Gibson facing Yunel Escobar with 2 outs in the second inning. And Escobar goes down looking. A much better start for Kyle Gibson today than Phil Hughes had yesterday. Danny Santana at the plate now in the third. Runners on first and second with 1 out. Santana grounds it to the left side. It gets by the third baseman. Coming around third to score. The Twins go up 1-0 on Danny Santana's RBI single. Joe Mauer now laces one into the gap in left center field. That one's going to roll to the wall, and Mauer clears the bases with the double. It's 3-0 Minnesota. And Miguel Sano, he hits the other gap. Mauer comes around to score from second. Runner moves to third. Sano with the RBI. The Twins are up 4-0 in the middle of 3. We jump ahead to the fourth inning now. Joe Mauer at the plate with runners on first and second. Mauer slaps one into right field. Byron Buxton coming around third. He's going to score easily. And the Twins keep pouring it on. More RBIs for Mauer. And the Angels have had enough of Haney. Entered Jared Weaver to face Brian Dozier. In the fourth inning, it's 5-0 Minnesota. Runners on first and second. Dozier slaps one into left field. Danny Santana rounds third, heading to the plate. Here's the throw. It is up the first baseline from Ryan Rayburn, and the Twins lead it 6-0 in the middle of 4, out hitting the Angels 12-1 at this point in the game. Miguel Sano now. Rain coming down here in Anaheim. In the fifth inning, off Jared Weaver. Sano squares the ball up again. This would be his third home run in the first 2 games of the season. No other Twins player has hit one out of the yard yet, and Miguel Sano already has 3. That one into the Angels bullpen. 7-0 Minnesota in the fifth. The bats are rolling here for the Twins. Eddie Rosario at the plate, also in the fifth, off of Jared Weaver, and he's going to yank that one to right field, and it gets out over the right field wall. First home run by a Twins player not named Miguel Sano. It's a solo blast for Eddie Rosario, and the Twins lead 8-0. In the ninth inning, Luis Valbuena, with a runner on first, Valbuena turns one around deep into right field, almost into the same spot as Rosario's home run. For Valbuena, it's his first as a Twin, and the Twins go on to win 10-1, belting out 20 hits to the Angels 6. Despite 2 errors by Minnesota, Kyle Gibson goes 7 innings with 2 walks and 8 strikeouts. He's your player of the game in this one, giving up no runs. Elsewhere on the major leagues for April 4th, the Nats over the Tigers, the Braves beat the Indians, Astros over the Cards, Brewers lose to the Pirates, the Reds over the Padres, Rays beat the Yankees by 2, the A's over the Mariners 6-1, Dodgers over the Rockies 5-3, and the Giants beat the Diamondbacks 10-4, and the Twins here beat the Angels 10-1. Game number 3. From Los Angeles, it's a 4-game series to open the season here for the Twins and the Angels. Tyler Skaggs goes for the Halos. Alex Meyer making his first start of the season for the Twins as he is broken into the opening rotation for Minnesota. Here is Joe Mauer. Mauer pulls one into right field. That ball is going back into the night sky of California, and it is going to get out. A 345-foot blast that just barely gets out on the short porch in right field. For Mauer, it's home run number 1, a solo blast, and he is starting off the season on a good note. The way he ended last season, Twins are up 1-0. Bottom of the second inning now. Johnny Giavotella at the plate with runners on first and second. He grounds it to the left side. It finds a way through the infield. Here's Danny Santana's throw to the plate, and it is not in time. As Rayburn comes in to score for the Angels, Giavotella ties the game up at 1 at the end of 2. We jump ahead to the fourth inning now. Alex Meyer pitching. Giavotella at the plate again. He drives one into left field. That one splits the gap. It's going to go all the way to the wall. And Giavotella with another RBI. He's got the 2 RBIs on the board for the Angels as they lead it 2-1. We're in the 5th with the bases loaded and 1 out. Byron Buxton at the plate. And Buxton hits the little swinging bunt, and a nice play by the pitcher to get it back to home plate. A little flip with his glove to get the force out. They don't get the out at first though, but they get out of the inning without giving up any runs. In the middle of the 5th, it's still 2-1. We're in the 6th inning now. Eduardo Nunez at the plate. He drives one deep into right field. That one is at the wall, and a jumping play not made at the wall. It goes off the wall. Run coming around third is going to score easily. And Eduardo Nunez with the RBI to tie things up for the Twins in the middle of the 6th. We're all tied at 2 in Anaheim. 7th inning now, the bottom of the 7th. Craig Gentry at the plate for the Angels, and he goes down swinging from Jim Johnson, who is coming in at middle relief, the Twins. Hoping their bullpen will come through in this one if they get a good outing from Johnson here. In the 7th, as you get the nice chopper play made by Valbuena, that gets him out of the 7th inning. They hope that the setup guy can come in the 8th. That would be Brandon Kinsler, and then on to Jake McGee in the 9th to hopefully close things out the way they set the bullpen up here in 2017. That splits the gap in right field. A run comes in from second. And Eduardo Nunez with another RBI is giving the Twins the lead 3-2. Nunez on to third base now with 2 outs. And Valbuena grounds it to the right side through the hole and into right field. Nunez scores easily. The Twins go up 4-2 in the middle of the 8th. We're in the bottom of the 9th now. Enter new Twins closer Jake McGee. Looking for his first save as a Twin with 2 outs. He's going to face Giovanni Soto with a runner on second. And Soto swings through the slider. McGee with the first save of the season for the Twins. Jim Johnson gets the win. Mike Marin the loss for the Angels. Joe Mauer goes 3 for 4 with 2 runs, a home run and an RBI. Johnny Giavotella 2 for 4 for the Angels with a pair of RBIs. Your player of the game is Joe Mauer. 3 for 4 with 2 runs, a home run and an RBI. Other scores from April 5th. The Padres over the Reds. The Yankees beat the Rays 3-2. The Indians over the Braves 2-1. Giants beat the Diamondbacks 7-3. The Brewers lose to the Pirates 8-3. Phillies over the Marlins 2-1. The Mariners beat the A's 7-6. Dodgers over the Rockies 4-1. Blue Jays over the Royals 7-5. The White Sox beat the Orioles. Cubs over the Mets, and the Red Sox over the Rangers. Final game of this opening series of the 2017 season. The 4th game between the Angels and the Twins. The Twins have taken 2 of the first 3 from the Halos. Matt Shoemaker will take the mound for Los Angeles, and his opponent will be Irvin Santana of the Twins, the 34-year-old. First inning. Santana facing Craig Gentry, the leadoff hitter. He's going to get a pitch up and in, and Craig Gentry knows what to do with that one as he finds the seats down the left field line. Solo home run for Craig Gentry, his first of the season. The Angels jump out to a 1-0 lead at the end of 1. Ahead to the 3rd inning now. Cole Calhoun at the plate. Calhoun drives one deep into center field. Going back on his horse is Danny Santana. At the wall, he crashes into the wall. Eddie Rosario is going to have to chase this one down, coming all the way from right field. Cole Calhoun is rounding third. He's heading towards the plate, and the throw is not going to be in time. An inside the park home run for Cole Calhoun, and the Angels take a 2-0 lead at the end of 3. 4th inning. Luis Valbuena at the plate. Valbuena gets one down and in his wheelhouse, and he drives this one to right field. That one finds the seats. Solo home run for Luis Valbuena. It's number 2 on the season for the third baseman. A good pickup, it's looking like, for the Twins. Here's Miguel Sano. He has ripped the cover off the ball, batting .417 with 3 home runs in this series. He drives this one deep into right field, and that one is gone. A home run for Miguel Sano, his 4th now of the season. This is a 2-run shot. Puts the Twins out in front, 3-2. Midway through the 4th, bottom of the 4th inning now. Andrelton Simmons with a runner on second. Hits one deep into left field, and that one also gets out. The ball jumping off the bats of hitters here in this day game. First day game of the 2017 season. 2-run home run for Andrelton Simmons, and the Angels lead at 4-3. 6th inning now. Angels up 5-3. Trevor May on the hill for the Twins. A blast to right field. This one is also carrying, and that one is going to leave the yard as well. It's Johnny Giavotella, his first home run of the season for the Angels, and it puts them up 6-3 at the end of the 6th. Fast forward to the 7th inning now. Ryan Rayburn at the plate with runners on the corners and 2 outs, facing Jim Johnson. He slaps one up the right side. It gets to the wall. Cut off there by Rosario. 1 run comes around to score. Mike Trout is rounding third, and he will score as well. The Halos go up 8-3 in this one over Minnesota at the end of the 7th. They would win this game 9-3, split the series at 2 games apiece. And the Twins will head back to Minneapolis for their home opener against the Chicago White Sox next. Irvin Santana with the loss, Matt Shoemaker with the win. Your player of the game is Craig Gentry. He was 2 for 4 with a home run and 2 RBIs. Other scores around baseball for April 6th. The Braves over the Marlins. The Blue Jays lose to the Royals. Red Sox over the Rangers. Padres 4-2 over the Rockies. Cubs 7-2 over the Mets. Orioles over the White Sox. Mariners over the Stros. Giants beat the Cardinals, and the Angels over the Twins.